Okay, there's like a super glare, but okay. K is potassium, and I think Nicole, you just said it. Chloride. So the thing is, instead of chlorine, which is just Cl, when it's in a compound, it ends in IDE. So instead of potassium chlorine, it's potassium chloride. That's it. That's the only trick to naming so far. The metals, you never change their name. It is what it is. It's the non-metals that change to I. So what's this called? Calcium. Oops. What is that? Calcium fluoride. Whatever. Calcium fluoride. I'm kind of going quick here. Calcium fluoride. I'll talk about why there's a 2 in a minute, because that's important for over here. So when I give you, or Regents gives you the formula, can you name it? That's one skill, and then the other way around. All right, what about here? Sodium oxide. Sodium oxide. That's not too bad, right? Okay. Gets harder over here. Now, lithium. What's the formula or symbol for lithium? Li. What's the symbol for iodide? I. Just iodine, but it's iodide because it's in a compound. Now, the formula may or may not be LiI. This is the part that I got to spend a little bit of time on. Go to your periodic table. Look in the chart. Look at the charge in the top right corner of Li. +1. Go to I on the other side. Top right corner is -1. If the two charges you see add up to 0, then you're done. So this is +1, this is -1, that adds up to 0. So I don't need a subscript like these. Let's use this calcium chloride as an example for why this is here. Look at Ca. What's the charge? +2. Go over to F. What's the charge? -1. So I's up here. It should make sense to you. If F is -1 and Ca is +2, I need 2 of those to cancel out one of those to 0. Does that make sense? So any compound you've ever read, ever you heard me say or wrote on the board or in lab or whatever, the reason they're subscripts is because they need to be neutral. Calcium fluoride isn't just CaF. That's impossible. It won't be neutral. It'll be +1. So you need 2 of them. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's look at magnesium sulfide. First, we write the symbols. Mgs. Now, look at their charges. What's the charge for Mg? +2. What's S? -2. Does it add up to 0? Yes, we don't need a subscript. What about SrBr, right? Sr is strontium, Br is bromide. Look at the charges. I believe these do not add up to 0. We need 2 Br. SrBr 2. Because it's -1 on the Br, +2 on the Sr. Just making some sense? Okay. What do I have till 30? Oh, yeah. All right, time to get squirrely here. Here we go. All right, I'm going to write 2 compounds on the board. They do not have the same name. FeO and Fe2O3. That's pretty clever, Sean, but that's not where I'm going with it. Good job. No, that was good. That was like a real life answer. That was good. Serious, I'm not patronizing. That was good. But in chemistry, on the Regents, we got to come up with like the chemical name. All right. Can we all agree Fe is iron? Yeah. Can we all agree O is oxide? Yeah. Okay, good. But this and this cannot both be called iron oxide. Why? Here's why. What's that? Water. What's that? Hydrogen peroxide. Okay? If you drank 30% hydrogen peroxide, you'd probably die. You drink water, you're probably going to be okay. One little oxygen changes the whole game. But they're not called the same thing because they're not the same thing. So the analogy here, these are not the same thing. Because the 2 and the 3 change the whole game. Alright. I'm just going to give you the names. Here we go. FeO. Iron 2 oxide. Fe2O3. Iron 3 oxide. You know, this is just super cool. What's the difference? This iron is called iron 2. This iron is called iron 3. What's the charge on oxygen? -2. Eyes up here. If this is -2, what does this have to be to add up to 0? +2. That iron having a +2 means the Roman numeral's 2. If this oxygen's -2, what does this have to be so all of it adds up to 0? Has to be a +3. Here's why. I have 3 -2s, that's -6. I have 2 +3s, that's +6. So this iron cannot be +2, it won't work. It won't add up to 0. It has to be +3. If you look inside the box for iron, there's 2 options, a +2 and a +3. All the ones in the middle, transition metals, you need to use Roman numerals to dictate or tell which charge it's using. So this is called iron 3 because it's +3. This is called iron 2 because it's +2. The whole name of the game is adding up to 0. That's how we do this. You're probably a little confused, I get that, but I'm basically out of time. I'm going to either find the sheet or just write some on the board. I'll send a picture. This is what you're doing for homework. If I give you the name, write the formula. If I give you the formula, write the name. Okay? You can do it right in your notes, unless it's a worksheet, then you can do it kind of however you want. But that's it.